what I'm doing is I'm doing whatever it is I'm doing. But dearly, I would love to do another Batman, of course, because I love Matt. I love that film.
What? He seems a little unsure. The Batman Part 2. We talked about the Batman Part 2 when it comes to Monday's Film Junkie Live. And I talked about it because a lot of people are getting antsy. You know, Jeffrey Wright said he hadn't seen the script. And I was even saying what I heard was the fact that, you know, people are getting a little antsy when it comes to this. Now, naturally, we have the Penguin series that is back in production, and that's going to be happening to expand the universe. Sure, it's good, and, you know, fingers crossed that that's great. And then, of course, when it comes to the Batman Part 2, and one of the things I kept saying was, like, I hope the reason why that it's taken longer, I mean, of course there was the strikes, but I just hope that Matt Reeves has been really building his universe, and he wrote not just Batman Part 2, but also Part 3. One of the things that I did not mention when it came to Monday's Film Junkie Live and talking about the Batman Part 2 was Greig Fraser, of course, the cinematographer for the first one, and the cinematographer for, of course, Dune. You know, Dune Part 1 and Part 2 as well. Great cinematographer. We love his work. Oh, yeah. You know, does he know if he's going to be doing it or not? And this is what he had to say right here when it came to whether he's going to do it or not.
Imagine you're doing Batman 2. And when you're doing,
I mean, who knows? In the film business, to be honest with you, mate, I've become really kind of zen about the way the film business works. Like with the last few years that we've all experienced with strikes and COVID, and at this point in time, I don't know what I'm doing, frankly. I don't know where I am. I mean, I know where I am, of course. But like what I'm doing is I'm doing whatever it is I'm doing. But dearly, I would love to do another Batman, of course, because I love Matt. I love that film.
What? He seems a little unsure, but I like what he had to say because obviously, you know, a lot of things have contributed on the fact that he does not know because it's Hollywood and there's been a lot of things that have happened, you know. Obviously, when it came to the first one, COVID was a big thing when it came to that. And then now we had the whole strikes thing. So, yeah. I mean, that's another thing. I mean, again, when people were like kind of like a little skittish on what's happening with the Batman Part 2, I mean, I still think it's going to happen and the world is still being expanded, sure. But, you know, when he says stuff like that, he's just kind of like, you know, it's almost like he was just like kind of uncertain. Does give a little worry, a little bit, but, you know, we'll see. We'll see. And again, when it comes to the fact that it's like you got the Reeves Batverse over here, and then of course you got James Gunn's DCU over here. It gets a little sketchy when it comes to all that, and it does worry me because I don't know if like Warner Brothers Discovery is like going, do we want to pay money for two different Batmen? But at the same time, that's your biggest IP, right? That's your biggest IP, so you might as well have two versions, have three versions if you wanted to, you know. And, you know, it's just, that's the thing, though. That's what always worries me when it comes to all this. But